Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, the podcast, as always, hosted by yours truly. My name's Chris. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 234. This is, it's New Year. We're still in the New Year. Well, at what point does it stop being the New Year? That's what I want to know. I got to know that. As always, if you'd like to keep up with everything that I do, you can do that on my Twitter and Instagram, both at Casting for Two, as well as send me an email, castingfor2@gmail.com. And if you'd like to check out the other podcast I do with the always beautiful, lovely, and talented Megan Johnson from tipsywriter.com, you can do that at sundaybrunchpod.com or find it on all the other podcasting services that you find this show on. And so I back in 2017, I was before not too long ago actually. I was saying how I wanted to do a bigger and better 2018. And so far I'm starting off the year right, because I got some great guests, including my guest for today, Mr. Jukka Hilden. And Jukka is he's part of the Dudesons, and I remember first watching him when he was on Viva La Bam, and blown away at the fact that I get to chat with him. So it was just so awesome to talk with him about his new show on YouTube Red called Ultimate Expedition, which, if you don't have YouTube Red, first of all, sign up for it and then watch this show. Because it's great, and it's all about man versus self. So I like that kind of programming. Okay, anyway, but you know what? Instead of me telling you about it, why don't we just listen to this episode? All right. So sit back, relax, and Chris, cue the music, please.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm good, thank you.
Where in the world are you right now?
I am in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if we were in your native land or anything like that.
No, I live in LA now, so I'm here. I just got back from Mexico, though.
Okay. Now, how long have you been in LA for?
Well, I've been traveling back and forth for about 15 years, but I permanently lived here for 3 years.
Okay, and do you... I always love it when, people come from all over the world to a certain area. Is there something that you wish you could bring along with you to LA, whether it be a food, a monument, anything like that?
A sauna.
Okay.
That's like a church for Finnish men. That's our therapy. That's our spirituality. We go there and we steam it up and we make it as hot that it'll make your skin melt.
Yeah.
And then we sit there for hours.
Okay. But saunas just aren't as I'm not saying they're popular, but is it hard to find one in LA?
Yeah, a proper one where you can actually throw water on the rocks and it'll smell like home.
Okay. And what were you doing in Mexico?
Just for vacation. I took my kids there, learned how to swim with them, dive, and just a relaxing, chill vacation. Read a couple books and played a lot of Ninjago.
Nice. There, you know what? Everyone needs a nice little break every once in a while, and why not take one in Mexico?
Yeah, exactly. And it's a place where I've been going for years now because they know us there, and you don't literally gotta do anything else except lay down by the pool and swim and play with the kids and read a couple books, and that's it.
Yeah. God, that's the best. That's the best. I've always wanted to go to an island type place just for relax. I'm obsessed with water bungalows.
Yeah, I've been looking at some of them in God, where's that? There's like those just so turquoise water, and
Yeah.
it's cabanas over the ocean.
Yeah. I really want to go to one, and just I'm pro water. I love it, because I'm made of it. But it's just the idea of just being able to see like straight through and just kind of sleep over it. That's kind of exciting.
It is, and just hearing the waves,
Yeah.
what just kind of relaxes your mind. And knowing that you sleep on top of something that is so unknown and is so uncontrollable, I think is a beautiful thing.
Exactly. I have to say I'm very excited to chat with you just because I'm very familiar with your work. Ever since I started watching Viva La Bam when I was a little bit younger, and when your name popped up, I was just yes, please, absolutely.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, oh my God, those are back in the days.
Yeah.
Our
Uh,
first movie came out in 97
uh-huh.
and it was just on VHS, and we sold it to different sports stores in Finland. And 2001, our first show came out, the stunt show came out in
Yeah.
Finland. It's been quite a ride ever since then.
Now, yeah, because for the people at home who don't know, you're kind of a stunt guy. You're willing to do these stunts, put yourself in harm's way, as long as it looks cool, of course. Is there ever a point where, like, say you are with your family, where you're just like, "Ah, I'm too tired to do this right now"?
I think you're kind of born the way you are.
Uh huh.
And for me, it's always been, I get an idea, I want to go out there and do it before I really think about it.
Uh huh.
I was born with that mentality to push my limits, and some of it is crazy shit.
Is now you probably get this question a lot. Has there been something where you did think too much and you're like, well, hang on, I can't do this.
No, I've always found a way to do something, do the thing we're looking to do, even if the first way of doing it would be absolutely nuts and we can't do it. There's
Mhm.
always a way, a twist that we can actually end up committing to it. And you know, most of the things they're really good on paper, but in real life, not so.
Y-
Doesn't work the same way.
yeah, exactly. Has there ever been one, stunt that you've done that, on paper it looks super gnarly and it's going to be crazy, and then when it comes time to do it, it's kind of a letdown.
Yeah, there's been a lot of a lot of stunts or skits that we've shot where the the way we thought about it doing it will not work. But I think life is about problem solving, right?
Yeah.
That you just gotta then you just gotta find a way to do it and make it epic.
Yeah, you just got to full on commit to it, even if it's like, well, all right, it's yeah.
Yeah, and if the first way doesn't work, then you gotta adjust. And the way for example, we just shot a skit at the office, pool full of yoga balls. I jumped into the yoga balls trying to do like a front flip or something. What
Yeah,
I didn't know is that the yoga balls are very like sticky. You
yeah.
land them, and it's like a ping pong ball in a pinball machine where like you almost dislocate your shoulder and you hit your wrist and your thumb somewhere, and you're like, wow, that did not freaking work. It's not possible to jump in there because you'll just end up dislocating everything. So we ended up then piling them into a pyramid and trying to climb on top of it.
Uh-huh.
That was actually way more fun than trying to jump into it and getting hurt.
Nice.
So it was about adjusting.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Going with the flow. And how are those writers' rooms like? Do you guys just sit down and just try to like? How do you think of things to do? Pretty much.
Well, what's always been driving us forward is a unique, original way of doing something. So we take a toy, we take a gadget or something, and we think of the most ridiculous way of using it, or how not to use the gadget, and that usually becomes a lot of fun. For example, if you climb a tree, everybody climbs it in a certain way. What if we try to climb butt first?
Okay. Yeah. That yeah, I don't see very many butt firsters climbing up trees.
I've done it a few times, and always ends up the same way. Pushing, you sweat, you make all these weird sounds, and you get yourself like 5 feet, 6 feet up, and then you run out of strength and you fall on your head.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Are you at all? You're mentioning your family. Are you ever worried about maybe your kids taking on the mantle of stunts?
Um, I read a lot of books to them.
Okay.
For a reason. They're born crazy, especially my daughter, who's the younger one. She's a happy little troublemaker. But I support them being whatever they want to be, and they'll choose their own road. But they know for a fact that if they're gonna be dumb, they gotta be tough.
There you go. And you never know. They could go to college and become, engineers so that they can help you guys plot out your next crazy stunts, but with science.
Yeah, I would love to actually have someone that knows science. Then mathematics would be a little bit more on point.
Right. So let's. You have a new show coming out. We should probably chat about that.
Yeah.
Ultimate Expedition. What was the idea, first off, of creating the show?
Well, first of all, it's absolutely freaking crazy. We take 8 rookies from Chuck Liddell to Steve-O to Chachi Gonzalez to Nikki Baker, who's a mother. We had Gus Kenworthy, who's an Olympic athlete and first openly gay action sports star out of the closet. So we had a very diverse and different cast that everyone had their own sort of personal mountain to climb as well. If it was Steve-O, it was battle with addiction, or Furious Pete, who just battled testicular cancer. And half a year before he came to the mountain, he didn't know if he's going to be alive. So you have those very big stories, personal stories and examples that they want to tell. And at the same time, you're at a 20,000-foot mountain where 8 people died last year trying to summit that mountain. And you're trying to push these cast members' limits, and you're trying to push them for one of them to get to summit the mountain. It's like a thin red line of walking. Like, I want to keep these people alive, but I want to push them enough so that somebody can actually summit this damn mountain. It's a very, very inspirational show in a way that everybody has their own stories to tell. Everybody is struggling. Everybody is battling altitude sickness and breaking down because of the physical and mental toughness of this task. But at the same time, there's a lot of joy and there's a lot of inspiration with what they go through and how they realize that they can do pretty much anything that they just put their minds into.
Okay. And was there somebody in particular that really surprised you?
Yeah, because climbing a mountain is such a surprising task, because you never know how people will adjust to altitude. And usually you'd think that young, fit men are the best ones climbing, but they're usually the first ones that get cut out of the expedition because they push their limits too hard on their bodies. And then all of a sudden altitude sickness hits them and you're out. So there's people that definitely surprised me. People that haven't been camping before, and now all of a sudden they're in 20,000 foot on snow, sleeping in a tent, pooping in a hole, rappelling down 200 feet cliffs and vertically ice climbing walls and going over crevasses on aluminum ladders. So this show is real. And and it's tough, and one slip and you might fall into a crevasse, and that's no joke.
Mm-hmm. And where which mountain are you climbing?
Toquerahu in Peru.
Okay, okay. Now when you're what are kind of the weather expectations of, or whether that happened during the shoot?
The fun thing is at that altitude, the weather can change in 15 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So at one moment, it can be so hot that you're without your shirt on and getting sunburned, but then 15 minutes later, it's snowing.
Mm-hmm.
And on going to the snow area, the weather got so cold that, for example, my water froze in my bottles.
Oh.
So it's really tough. You can never expect what the weather will be because it'll just keep changing like that, and you got to react. As, as you're like pushing your limits and your physical capabilities and mental capabilities, 110%, and trying to just stay focused
Uh-huh.
and use all the, because everybody was a rookie. They had to learn all the skills from 0 to 100 in 2 weeks because everything we taught them, they needed to actually be able to climb that mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very real, genuine show where there's no production decisions or tricks and jumping through hoops that, normally reality shows have. We go there, it's a real task, and we push people as long as they can keep up. And if they can't keep up, they get cut from the expedition.
Mm. Okay. And for you as the host, was it hard to I mean, you're in the thick of it with them as well, but is it hard for you to motivate somebody to keep going yourself?
No, I think that's where I'm really good at.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I got these people there. So I had to, and I wanted to be, and I had to be an example.
Mm-hmm.
So since I'm in the same boat with them, I'm climbing, doing the same climbs, doing the same summiting with them. We were all in it together. And I actually I cut my feet really bad
Mm-hmm.
and got infected. And at some point, the doctor was like, Jukka, you cannot go on that mountain. You got to choose. Either it's the last summit or it's this mountain. And I'm like, you know what? I can't skip anything. I'm here. I want to set an example. I got everybody here. So I gotta try and commit to both.
Right.
So it was really a tough task for me as well. And as a host, you're hosting and then you're looking after the production and also after your stars. It was not easy.
And I'm just curious, as a person who has done stunts like a good chunk of your life, what elements need to line up for it to be the perfect stunt, either to perform or even to watch?
Well, people always think it's the craziest,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's if I'm genuinely enjoying it and it's an original, unique idea or something absolutely ridiculous. If it's a big car stunt that we do, or if it's just a smaller little gag, like how Donald Duck steps on a ratchet or one of those things and
Yeah.
hits in the head, like that can be the funniest thing. It just comes down to that little idea and the twist of an idea that makes it genius.
Okay, there you go. So, Yuka, for the people at home who would like to keep up everything you do, also watch the show, where can they watch it and when does it come out?
So the show premieres on YouTube Red the 17th of January, and it lives on Dujan's blog YouTube channel. And the way we did the show is we didn't just do the main show, Ultimate Expedition, but we also shot 2 videos per cast member for their own channels. So you can, in every episode, everybody's posting 2 videos that are theirs and are, we brainstormed with them. For example, episode 2, you can jump into Steve-O's channel and see him getting choked out by Chuck Liddell.
Naturally, yeah.
Or, so I think it's a groundbreaking way of you can watch the show, but if you want to know more about a certain cast member or a certain star, you can go to their channel and see what they're going through at the same time.
There we go. There we go. It makes it more interactive for sure.
Yeah. And I think that way we tap into this 25, 30 million subscriber bases that all the cast members had, but also the cast members get great content.
Yeah.
That we've been brainstorming for them, with them, and shot and edited for them. So I think I'm really excited about getting the show out there.
Nice. Jukka, thank you so much for chatting with me. It's real pleasure. Real pleasure.
Thank you. Oh, no, thank you. I'm excited to get the show out there and keep on shooting more exciting, ridiculous, epic shit.
You keep doing all the epic shit, and I'll keep watching. All right.
All right.
All right. You have a good one, okay, man?
You too.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.